Kyrie Irving, the newest member of the Dallas Mavericks, is set to take on the West with Luka, Christian Woods, and company. Now the question is that enough to win them a championship? Now, we're all aware of the deal that took place for Kyrie to end up in Dallas, right? It was Kyrie, Markieff Morris traded to Dallas in exchange for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and a couple of picks, right? So I know Dallas fans got to be ecstatic, you feel me? You get Kyrie in return to pair him up with Luka, which there's been a lot of word recently, especially this season, given the performances that we've seen from Luka throughout this season, right? Basically, Luka needing help to give the Mavericks a chance to contend for a title, right? Now they have that with Kyrie Irving, but there's some other questions that come into play now in terms of their defense, their height to their depth at the big position, you feel me? So there's a lot of questions that come into play. So we're going to put it all into test today to see if that Kyrie trade was enough to get a championship, or at least to get a deep run into the finals. Into the playoffs, excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and test that out today in 2K, you feel me? And we're right into the trade deadline, right? You feel me? We're on February 7th. Today, as I'm recording this, is actually February 8th. And Kyrie's on here, you feel me? Let's go look at the current roster, what we have constructed. We have Luka, Kyrie, Christian Wood, Tim Hardaway Jr., JaVale McGee, Dwight Powell, Reggie Bullock, Josh Green, Markieff Morris, Maxi Kleber, and you got a couple of other people on there, you feel me? Bertans is there, some other people is there. Jaden Hardy, who had a nice game on Monday night without Luka and Kyrie. So their roster actually doesn't look that bad, but we need some defense. They lack defense, and we need an interior presence as well to pair up with the backcourt that you have with Luka and Kyrie, all right? So what we're going to go ahead and do is what the Mavs, I think, are trying to do in real life is try to put together some more moves before the trade deadline and hopefully construct an even more better roster that surrounds Kyrie and Luka. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Again, the goal is to get some defense and hopefully some sort of interior presence. So we're going to start off with checking out the team intel just to see what teams are buying and what teams are, well, not buying, what teams are selling and rebuilding. That's what we're looking for. So hopefully we can take some pieces from there. So look, Nets automatically, they've changed to rebuilding, you feel me? We already did a deal with them, so we're not taking anything from them. All right, so to save us the time, I went ahead and looked through every team intel on my own, and it's a quick list. Pacers, Pistons, Raptors, Spurs, OKC, Portland, ATL, Hornets, Jazz, Kings, and Magic are all rebuilding, right? And then you have the Rockets, who are selling. They're the only team on the market that's selling at this point. So they're looking to give away whatever they can, right? So basically somewhat blow up their team. I would think they're on a rebuilding phase, but they're selling. All right, so I went ahead and went through those rosters of those teams just to save us the time, right? I don't want to waste a lot of time going through a whole bunch of rosters. I did that in one of my previous videos, rebuilding Lakers. Link down below. Definitely go check that out. And it kind of went longer than I had envisioned. So, I'm trying to keep this one shorter in time. So, as y'all can see, this is the target list. This is our target list right now. These are some players that we're targeting before the trade deadline. And as you can see, they're all centers, right? Starting with Jakob Poeltl, should I say, from the Spurs. I think he'll be a huge addition. Or Clint Capella, or Okongwu, or Sengun, or Miles Turner, right? The problem with those last two is with Sengun and Turner, their trade value is way higher compared to Clint Capella, Jakob Poeltl, and Okongwu. But some other honorable mentions that are on my list that don't fit on this list, right? Because I can only put 5 names, are John Collins, Mason Plumlee, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Josh Richardson, DeAndre Hunter, and then at the bottom of the list, which is our last straw, is Mo Bamba, right? So a common theme between those names are defense and bigs, right? Again, looking to get some defense, hopefully within like that 4 or 3 position, and then an interior presence with that 5, man. So we're gonna go ahead and now draw up some deals to hopefully bring over one of those names that I just mentioned over into our Dallas roster to make a run for the championship, all right? Because this roster right now is not gonna do it alone. This roster, the way it is right now, is not gonna do it alone. It'll probably get them somewhere far, but it won't be enough to get them the championship. And the goal is to get the championship, right? This Kyrie rental, because that's what I look at it as, the Kyrie rental, because I don't think he's gonna stay here in the long run. I don't think he signs with Dallas in the offseason. Only if they win a championship, or maybe if they can make a deep run into the playoffs, he decides to stay there. But aside from that, I don't think he stays there in the offseason. So this Kyrie rental needs to be worth it. We need to get a championship for the Maverick fans out there in Mark Cuban, you feel me? So we're gonna go ahead and put together a deal, which the Mavs should be cooking up right now in IRL, to get some extra defense and interior presence. All right, so starting off with Jakob Poeltl. All right, I think he'll be tremendous, right? I got this deal. It matches up well with salaries. I'm trying to give him Josh Green, who's somebody who's a player who's been showing some great sign of progression with the Dallas Mavericks. I think he could be a good player that can develop develop with the San Antonio Spurs, so that'll be good for them rebuilding. I mean, the White Powder is still filling that 5 position. He's an expiring contract as well, so that'll be good for them. So let's go ahead and try to get this deal off like this. I don't want to have to add in any picks to give any extra incentives. Okay, the San Antonio Spurs have agreed to our trade offer. Perfect. All right, so the center position cleared. That's good. So we done. We don't need Okog. We don't need any of these players no more. No more centers. We are not looking at any more centers. Let's go ahead and try to get some extra defense within that front court now. All right, so after the acquisition of Jakob Poeltl, now our focus shifts to adding defense to the team aside from just having an interior presence. So the rest of the individuals that will help us on our list are here, and those are these 5 names: John Collins, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Josh Richardson, and DeAndre Hunter. So these are all players that I think we can get. I think we can actually get John Collins starting from there. The question is, would we want to give up a piece like Christian Wood, right, to go ahead and get John Collins? Like, which one would you rather have? Christian Wood, a better offensive player; John Collins, better defensively, and can still put up about 10 to 15. OG Anunoby, though, I think he'd be the perfect exchange for Christian Wood. I'd give up Christian Wood for OG Anunoby in a second. That's not even a question, all right? The rest, Josh Hart, Josh Richardson, DeAndre Hunter, I would not give up Christian Wood for. So we're going to go ahead and cook up some deals here we could put together. We'll start off with OG Anunoby. All right, so after playing around with different names and such, I thought to myself, I want to see if I can get this deal done without giving away Christian Wood. It would be amazing to pair up OG Anunoby with Christian Wood, Luka, Kyrie, and now Jakob Poeltl. So I'm like, I would give up Tim Hardaway, Jaden Harley, who's a player that they can continue to develop with, and then a pick. So let's go ahead and see if they'll do this. I doubt they would. You're asking me to give away too much, and this is not happening. Okay, as expected. So you know I got that LBJ mentality. You feel me? Trade all them picks. You feel me? Trying to win now. So let's go ahead and see if I now give them 2 first rounders, if that changes anything. They agreed. They have agreed to the deal. So with both for a first rounder, we were able to deal Tim Hardaway Jr. and Jaden Harley for OG Anunoby. Yo, this is the squad right here, y'all. I gave us some of our bench, but Tim Hardaway would have been starting. He would have been starting at the 3, and then we would have had Christian Wood at the 4 with Jakob Poeltl, right? Because I don't want Christian Wood coming off the bench. For us to win a championship, he needs to be in the starting 5. So from here, what is our bench looking like now? We got JaVale McGee potentially getting some PT. I definitely give Markieff Morris some PT. Reggie Bullock at the 3. Ntilikina at the 1. Who would be our 2? We need a shooting guard off the bench. So we got quite a few bigs. We can give away either Silva, we give away even Maxi Kleber, even Bertans. So those 3 are expendable. And I'm going to see if I can give away either of those names for possibly Josh Hart or Josh Richardson. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can make that happen. But the squad is looking good so far. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think, man. Should I sign up for that GM position over in Dallas to go ahead and get them a championship, man? Comment down below. Let me know what y'all thinking. I originally tried to make a deal for Bertans straight up for Josh Richardson, and they declined, but they had a counter offer, and this was their counter offer, was basically trying to get Jakob Poeltl back and adding Base Diop and trying to take a second round unprotected pick from us for the year 2025. That's not happening. How you gonna try to take the man I just take from you? Does that even make any sense? What? It's like, come on. So I'm gonna see if they'll take it with just a second round pick. I'm gonna counter offer their counter offer and see if they take it with just a second round pick. Nope. He's insistent on having Poeltl back. I'm not sure why. He just gave him up to me. Makes no sense. Let me see if I can give him maybe JaVale McGee. Maybe he'll take JaVale McGee. Let's see. Nah, he's not having it. He doesn't want JaVale McGee. All right, so it's looking like I'm not going to be able to pull off that deal. I'm going to go ahead and look at the free agency market. I wish they had like a buyout market, because I know buyout season is about to enter. You know, it enters right after trade deadline. So let's just go ahead and see who is currently in the free agent list that we can possibly add to our backcourt. Miles Bridges is there. Is that even realistic? I don't want to do that. I want to be realistic, so I'm not going to add him there. But Carmelo would be huge. I don't know why the teams aren't offering Melo a contract. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can offer him a contract. Now he's looking for $9 million. We can't offer him $9 million, so I'm going to offer him 5.76 with a no trade clause. All right, I'm going to offer him a no trade clause, but the joke's on him because this is the end of the season, right? Trade deadline's right here, so that trade clause wouldn't do anything. So joke's on him, feel me? But it raises his interest. So let's go ahead and see if he accepts the offer. He's declined the offer from the Dallas Mavericks. All right, so he's not going to get, he's going to stay out of the league. Like, I don't understand what he wants, you feel me? Bro's doing too much. That's probably why he's outside of the league right now too. Nah, let me stop. We rock with you, Melo. We love you. Kemba is here. Kemba, who was a previous member of the Dallas Mavericks. I think he was dropped by us earlier. Well, not us. I'm not really a Mavericks fan, but currently I'm with them. He was dropped by the Mavericks early in the season. I will take him back. I will take him back. He'll be a great asset playing off the bench, filling in for Kyrie. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll have Ntilikina at the 2, and then Reggie at the 3, Markieff Morris and JaVale. Bench is a little weak, but we'll go ahead and make that and shoot our shot shot with Kemba Walker, all right? So Kemba Walker, for a minimum, he's rocking with it, all right? Let's see. He gladly accepted the offer from the Dallas Mavericks. He's now with us, all right? We have space to sign anybody else. Anybody else here that we like? I like Hassan Whiteside, man. I don't know if that's a cheat code. If we take him on, you feel me? But I like Hassan Whiteside. But I'm not gonna go ahead and do that because I don't feel like that'll be realistic. The Kemba acquisition is realistic in my opinion. I'm trying to see if there's any like other wing players that we can add. Ben McLemore, not bad. Cause I'd rather have him than Ntilikina, to be very honest. Ntilikina can't really shoot the perimeter ball. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot an offer at Ben McLemore. We'll have him there just for any possible injuries we might suffer and such, because you know how this game give it up. But that's what our roster is looking like right now, alright? So we've added Jacob Poeltl at the trade deadline. We've added OG Anunoby. We got Kemba Walker and Ben McLemore both on minimum contracts to end off the season. So this is really good. We have a decent roster to put off a run for the championship, alright? So we looking good. We looking good right now, man. We looking good. Alright, so now that we're set with our roster and we're ready to go ahead and move forward with this group of guys to make a run for a championship here in Dallas, it's time to start simulating games. Y'all know how we do this. If you haven't tuned into any of my other rebuilding videos, basically what I do is I sim through the regular season, right? Any key matchups. So for example, I don't see if we have a matchup against Brooklyn. We don't have a matchup against Brooklyn. So I don't plan on watching any of these other games. We're just gonna sim through, and then in the playoffs, if we have any close games, we'll jump in and simcast and we'll watch it. I won't play, but we'll go ahead and watch it from the sideline. All right, so let's go ahead and begin that simulation. Here we go, man. Let's put this new roster to test. This is a tremendous roster. I ain't gonna lie. Dallas puts a roster like this, they're looking like the favorites to win the West. So shout out to me, man. Hats off to me, man. Y'all know what I do, man. Sign me up for that GM position. So I'm just gonna hope that we don't suffer any injuries, because that has usually what usually messes me up, right? It's just been injuries. That happened to me in my last rebuilding, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, but so far, we're on a win streak. And look, Christian Wood suffered a day-to-day injury. We're going to leave rotation as is. He can play through it. But we're on a win streak. He's healed. Leave rotation as is. Looking good. Contract extension deadline. Would you like to start simulating? Yes, let's go ahead and see if there's anybody we want to offer a contract extension to. Even though this particular rebuild video won't have a part 2 to it, but let's just, go ahead and do that. Kyrie's testing the free agency. Nobody looking to sign an extension. So we'll go ahead and continue. But currently right now, we are on a 6-game win streak. Looking good. 35 and 28. Go ahead and continue. 35 and 28. We're currently 4th in the conference, 3rd in the conference right now. We're looking good. Christian, whoa, what's up with you, bro? Like, you getting some weak injuries, man. But we're hit 3rd, 2nd to last week in the season. We're 4th. Oh my God. All of our work has gone to what? To a season-ending injury for OG Anunoby. Oh my God, bro! What the? This is what I was talking about. It's always injuries that just does it. This is crazy, bro. Alright, so I went ahead and changed the rotation. Basically just inserted Reggie Bullock into the starting lineup and gave Markieff Morris some of those huge minutes in the bench to take up that basically backup forward position. That is tough, bro. That is tough, bro. You need to have luck to be able to win chips, man. You need to have luck. We've heard it, and it's the truth. You need to have luck. But here we are at the end of the season. Here are those season awards. Giannis with MVP. That's his 3rd MVP. Paolo Banchero gets Rookie of the Year. Shout out to Paolo Banchero. Tyus Jones, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis with DPOY. Another DPOY. I think that's the 2nd DPO. Maybe 3rd? That might be. I think that's the 2nd DPOY. Trey Jones with Most Improved Player of the Year. Look at the Jones brothers out there getting those awards. And Joe Mazzulla with the Coach of the Year with the record of 58 and 24. Alright, so moving forward, let's check out if our guys is on here. Luka is on here, you feel me? 1st team All NBA, you know what I'm saying? Jason Tatum, okay, he's just a bruised tailbone day to day. Alright, I thought it might have been something severe. Kyrie is not on here. That's alright though. We looking good. Feel me? Luka, 1st team All Defensive. Okay. I see you, Luka. Luka stepping up. Alright, so we looking good though. We looking good. So let's go ahead and move on to the playoff bracket. Here we are. Let me go ahead and fix my camera so we're not blocking I'm good right here. I don't want to be blocking the playoff bracket for y'all. But we finished with the 3rd seed, and damn, that's a tough first matchup against the Los Angeles Lakers. But the play-in tournament, let's go ahead and sim that. Let's simulate play-in, see what happens. All right, so boom. So OKC loses to Phoenix. Phoenix goes ahead and takes on that 7th spot, and then the Clippers beat the Timberwolves. Play OKC. They beat OKC to take on that 8th spot. But that's tough though. That's tough that OKC was able to be in the play-in tournament. So that's nice. And then in the East, you have Cleveland. Cleveland in the play-in tournament is crazy. But you got Cleveland and Chicago facing up. They lose and they go ahead and play New York, was the winner against Toronto, and they go on to lose to Cleveland. So if we look at the playoff bracket real quick, you got Boston and Cleveland in the first round. It's a nice one. Miami and Brooklyn. So Brooklyn finished 5th, even with their new acquisitions. That's tough. Philly and ATL, and you got Milwaukee and Chicago. Okay. And then over here in the West, you got Denver and Clippers, and you got Memphis and New Orleans. You got Dallas versus the Lakers, and then you got Golden State versus the Phoenix Suns. The West looking nice. Good series right there. But we're gonna go ahead and simulate through our games. All right. This is a tough one for us, but we should hopefully come out winning. All right, first game in the book, we got the first dub. All right, so game 1 is ours. Game 2, we up 2-0. Okay, I'm sorry Lakers fans, I'm sorry Bron fans, you feel me? But we up 2-0. We going back to LA now. Let's see, we up 3-0. It's looking like a sweep against the Lakers, who made it to the playoffs. It's good enough for them, but they're about to get swept. They got swept. Let's go. That's what we do. Luka and Kyrie with OG, who's on the bench, cheering us on, you feel me? And Jacob Poeltl, it's a tough squad. Let me go ahead and look at the box score for some of those games, all right? Game 1, Kyrie and Luka, 30 and 21, feel me? Then Christian Wood and Kemba stepping up huge. Game 2, Luka with 48 and 16. Christian Wood, Kyrie showing out with both 20 pieces. Game 3, feel me? Luka with another 40-piece triple-double. Luka is doing what Luka does, you feel me? He put the team on his back in Game 3 on the road against the Lakers. And then Game 4, another 40-piece for Luka. Luka is wild and doing Luka stuff. Luka magic is showing out. He should have been the MVP this season for us, but we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll simulate the rest of the first round. All right, simulate round. All right, so we're matched up against the Golden State Warriors. This was the same matchup for the Western Conference Finals last year, so we'll be looking to get revenge against the Golden State Warriors. We got New Orleans and the Clippers on the other side of the bracket, and then in the East you got Miami and Boston. That rivalry continue to stew up, and then you got Philly and Chicago. Whoa, Chicago beat Milwaukee. That's crazy. All right, but let's go ahead and get to it, man. First game, we're on the road. First game, we take it. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, game 2. Oh my God. Oh my God. If it ain't injuries. This is crazy, bro. Reggie Bullock, right hand fracture, out 4 to 6 weeks. That's tough, bro. That's tough for us. That is tough for us, bro. Theo Pinson's gonna have to get some PT. This is crazy, bro. 2 players out for the count, bro. Alright, so Ben McLemore's gonna have to step into the lineup. I'm losing confidence in us and our chances now to beat the Warriors, man. We're losing shooting right there. Hopefully Ben McLemore could step up, but let's see, what has Reggie been averaging for us in the playoffs? He's averaging 4.6, so he's not really doing nothing too crazy. What's his field goal percentage? Okay, 35 from the 3, pretty decent. Let me see, has Ben gotten any PT? I don't think Ben got any PT. Nah, Ben 40% from 3. I don't think he's played that much. 4.4. So he can hopefully do the same thing that Reggie's been doing. All right, he hasn't been doing much, so hopefully we can still dethrone the defending champs. All right, let's go ahead. Game 2, series tied. Golden State ties up the series. All right, game 3, let's go ahead. Golden State takes game 3 in our house. They're up 2-1. Okay, we tied the series, so this is a good series right here. We're going back and forth. This is a huge game 5 in Golden State. Let's go ahead and see. Golden State wins this game. So we're gonna do a simcast right here since we'll be facing elimination. This is tough, man. This is tough. That's a crazy. Oh my God, they smoking us in the second quarter. Oh my God, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Golden State is gonna knock us out. It's looking like Golden State is gonna knock us out. It's not even gonna be any point of jumping in. Wow, we are down by 30, nearly 30 points in the fourth quarter. This is looking done. This is a done deal right here. Yep, the Dallas Mavericks have been eliminated. So, as you can see it, we come up short in the second round again. The defending champs, the Golden State Warriors. That's tough right there. That's frustrating. And I think it's just because of the injuries we suffered. You feel me? Because of the injuries we suffered. But let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the playoffs. See what happens. Pelicans win the championship, and they a sleeper team. They can do it. They can do it if they're healthy. They're a sleeper team. Kyle Williamson takes on that Finals MVP. Eastern Conference Finals MVP was Joel Embiid. Okay, so Joel Embiid. So it was the 76ers' first trip to the NBA Finals. They matched up against the Pelicans, who were their first trip to the NBA Finals as well. That's tough. That's fire. That's fire. Tough, man. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, okay. That's it, man. This is a tough one to take in, man. It's a tough one to take in just because of the circumstances, you feel me? I don't feel like we lost because of the team. I feel like we lost because our roster basically wasn't there, right? We had two huge components, right? OG Anunoby out for the season. Right at the end of the season, that happens, too. It's crazy, right? And then you got Reggie Bullock at the end of game 1 against the Warriors, and we won that game, suffering an injury that puts him out for 46 weeks. But this right here shows what else needs to be done for the Mavericks to have a deep run in the Western Conference and hopefully make it to the finals with the acquisition of Kyrie Irving. You feel me? We added new pieces. Jacob Poeltl signed new pieces with Kemba Walker, who isn't really doing much in real life, but you know, in 2K he does some. Ben McLemore not really doing much in real life too. We added OG Anunoby too. So 2 huge pieces with OG and Jacob Poeltl, right? Along with the acquisition of Kyrie Irving, and we only made it to the second round. I know OG was hurt, but they don't really have OG in real life. So that goes to show. So the question moving forward is, you know, will this pan out like this in real life? You know, will it be different? You know, we haven't even seen Kyrie play with the Mavs. We'll see that tonight against the Clippers, you feel me? But yeah, I personally don't think that they'll have a deep run. I just they lack a lot of defense, you feel me, in that interior presence. We was able to construct something to give them a chance here. They got the rest of today. It's 7:29 p.m. as I'm recording this right now on Wednesday, February 8th. So they got the rest of tonight and then tomorrow morning to make any extra deals. So if they don't make any extra deals and stay with the current roster they have, I don't think they go that far in the playoffs. I think they probably get knocked out like around the second round. I think they would lose to the Memphis Grizzlies or the Denver Nuggets, in my opinion, and even the Pelicans. I think they can lose to the Pelicans too, because those are 3 great defensive teams. The Grizzlies not so much as recent, but I still think they got it in them to show up within the playoffs. So, but y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Again, I think Kyrie's a rental. I think he'll be gone by the end of the season. So at the end of the day, I don't think it was a good deal for them. He's a rental. He's not gonna stay with them in the long term. He's most likely gonna end up in LA. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Hit that like button if y'all did. Again, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about it. Let me know how far y'all think Dallas Mavericks can make it with Kyrie Irving. And of course, subscribe to the channel, as that helps us out tremendously with the success of the channel and bringing better content to you all. Speaking about new content, next video will be another rebuilding video, but we'll do the Nets side of this deal. So we'll check out what the Nets could do to move forward with KD and company. So make sure you go ahead and turn that post notifications, and then that way when that drop, you're up to date and you can go tune into that right away. All right, but much love, man. Thank y'all for everything. I appreciate y'all as always.